Center Mass.
Hey everyone, it is Wonderful Wednesday, and it is time for another Sports View brought to you by Women Love Sports Too. And you got your terrific trio here. We are ready to rock and roll. All kinds of exciting stuff to talk about. Summer smiles. It must be hoop day. All the hoopla, everybody's
Oh
got their little hoops
yeah.
in. And we're going to talk about some stuff, but first, let's let our hostesses with the mostesses introduce ourselves.
Go ahead, Cheryl.
Okay, well, since we all showing our shoulders, as you know, I am Cheryl Green with the Biggie coming in all the way from Los Angeles, but we all know that I am originally from Cleveland, Ohio, and I am a Cleveland Browns fan. I'm a Cleveland Cavaliers fan. I am a Cleveland Rockers fan. I am a Cleveland Indians fan. I am.
We get it.
Oh, okay.
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 And
This is a short program.
and this is your
I'm
girl,
just kidding.
more sometimes affectionately known as Hatch. And I am a sports fan. And let's just leave it at that. Okay.
Mm.
Oh, usually you're repping for DC, riding hard. Not today, huh? We'll get into why.
You know, it's hot outside. I don't.
we might get a chance to talk about why some.
Yeah.
And I'm Kanisha, like Madonna, like
Like a
whatever.
virgin?
Well, no, I was just saying going with the like Beyonce, like the one name.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Although I do know another Kanisha. Shout out Kanisha. Hey, Judy.
I know. Right.
So anyway, so we have some exciting stuff to talk about, and let's start with what's keeping us up at night beyond right now, this full moon and Mercury coming out of retrograde. I don't know what was going on the other night, but the NBA, we have the Battle of the Titans, and it is way more exciting than we thought it would be. If we could rewind back to where we thought this was going to be, how this was going to play out, it's not playing out how we thought, and I have been aggravated. We're talking about the Golden State Warriors and the Boston Celtics. Tracy, are you giving an indication of your leanings with your green on today? What's going on?
No, let me pick up my blue cup too. I don't know. Listen,
Cheryl, you look like you're about to jump out of your seat. You have something to say about that?
No, I was waiting on Thatch.
Oh, it's really good. It's really good. We needed this. I think we, the fans, I think the NBA needed it. Shout out to Adam Silver following those COVID protocols. It's just been really good basketball. But my only thing, I mean, come on, Sunday, I can't get a 4:00 game. I mean, your girl, my head was to the side around 10:30 p.m. Okay, then I told my daughter, just sit me up straight, upright. When it's about 3 minutes and 12 seconds left. Like, I mean, it's rough over here.
It has been tough. Now, I saw some things probably around like looking at game 2. And the word on the street was perhaps there's a CO conspiracy. Maybe, are these games fixed? All kinds of questions were coming in because nobody envisioned Boston to do what they've been doing. Did anyone else have that perspective? Or,
Yes.
Of course, Cheryl.
Of course you did.
Okay. So, y'all ready for this?
2 minutes.
Okay, this come across the news feed.
Okay.
Again. So I had predicted that Boston was going to win. Kanisha said Golden State. Thatch said Golden State. Marquez said Golden State. Our producer said Golden State. So I don't know. So right now, being that Boston won game 1 and Warriors won game 2, we know that was a fix. I got the inside scoop on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they went to Boston. Boston won. Warriors won. It was an inside fix because they had to go to. Uh-huh. So then they got to Golden State. I tried to get to that game, but the tickets were sold out. So I'm not exactly sure how the tickets were all sold out at like $65,000 a ticket. So we had to stand outside and watch the game, and it was kind of cold out there. But I got
It seemed like she was just like outside at Dunkin' Donuts or something.
You could go inside. I mean, we have options.
Okay, so here's my theory. Yeah, they had to win, and they were always going to win in Golden State. So now it's going to come back to Boston, and it's going to be Boston's night. Boston's going to win, and then they're going to settle the score in Golden State. But what's going to happen is it's going to be an upset in Golden State in Game 7, because I did say it was going to be a 7-game series. So yeah, it's probably a little bit of money involved, because when I was looking at Jason Tatum and everything, and y'all seen Jason Tatum out there, right? He was just throwing the ball in the stands. I guess he was giving balls away. I don't know exactly what it was that he was doing. So I knew that game was going to be. I knew they was going to lose that game. But the other game, did y'all see Green when he would put his legs all up on Jaylen Brown when they was laying down? He pulling his pants.
Yes.
I was crying. I was like, Green, we don't do that. You carrying my name. Stop. I had to call. I had to go on the phone with Steve Kerr. Did y'all see Steve Kerr get up and walk out that game?
I didn't see that part.
Yeah, he did. He got up and went out, and we talked about that. I said, tell Green to stop right now. Right now.
I thought that was your cousin. The other week, it was your cousin with no E. He was the West Side cousin, so that therefore there was no E.
No E.
Because
right.
you're the East Coast Green.
Right.
There was a whole... That's your cousin. Call him up.
I think Boston showed up the way that they were supposed to. They showed that they earned, and fought their way to the finals. I don't know if Golden State underestimated them, or if Boston just stayed in the gym, one night a little longer. It's they really came to play. I will say, no, I do not think it's a conspiracy. I think what happened was Steph showed up and showed us that he is who he says he is.
Who?
He put the team on his back.
Except he did not sink a 3-pointer.
No, I'm sorry. I'm talking 2 games ago.
Okay.
2 games ago. Which unfortunately has been overshadowed by who his mama and daddy brought to the game. I'm like,
that's too much.
Yeah. But no, I was talking 2 games ago. He stepped up.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
No, can we talk about the game? Let's talk about the game. Then we'll talk about the dirt. Okay.
Yeah. So he stepped up, and obviously, I'm talking 2 games ago. Stepped up, put the team on his back. I think Draymond was distracted by, his admitted, his poor performance, and then with everyone talking, and I think the thing is, for Draymond, yeah, maybe he did have to eat a little humble pie, because, if you're going to, talk the talk, you got to walk the walk. So he definitely was, I think, humbled in that game. Steph took care of business, and not even honorable mention, full blown shout out to Wiggins also from this last game. Who
is he the Canadian Jordan? They call him the Maple Jordan. Do you think he's the Maple Jordan? You didn't see that? That's like the little... So our producer is Yes with several S's.
Yes.
Apparently she really enjoyed that. He had a 26-point, 13 rebound, double-double.
Like he was... Boston had let him do that. It wasn't because he was really playing. No.
Really, because he had one in the previous game.
Cheryl?
He had one in the previous game too, a double-double.
Yeah.
I didn't see all that.
Boston turned the ball over 18 times in that game. It was like a friggin' bakery up in that joint. They were just, it was bad. It was bad. They missed crucial foul shots, and this was their first back-to-back loss since March. And I feel like Golden State has a lot on the line. They're trying to get what, their fourth title in the last 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
They want that.
Well, I don't know that they're going to get it because, like you said, conspiracy. We all see what's going on, and
When you lose, it's a conspiracy.
Right.
Okay.
Well, now let me just say this for the record. I really don't have a dog in that fight because the Cleveland Cavaliers, on the other hand, they doing well. I seen some of them out here at Disney World. Kayla was out here, and we was talking about Boston and Golden State, and he was like, "Hey, don't get into Boston like that because then people gonna see you, they're gonna think you flip flopping a little bit." And I was like, "Well, yeah, you're right. I better go and let them know that I'm only pulling for Boston because they're on the East Coast. That's it. But the Cavaliers is my team, and they're gonna be there next year. They gonna this gonna be all about Kenesha
She
right
is still
now."
talking about Kevin Love. Um, so what's Klay Thompson gonna do in this game? He is waiting for his moment to shine. You think it's gonna happen?
Don't get me started. Oh, go
I
ahead,
mean,
Dad.
he's been a great. I think he's been playing his part. I don't think that there has to be a just that one leading and the one supporting. I mean, there's several leaders. I think again it was this last game where, as you said, that was Steph's first game without a 3-pointer since November of 2018. So Wiggins, who I really initially knew from my son playing Xbox. I mean, prior to the finals, that's the first time I heard his name. He's doing his job, and that's the thing. I think that's the thing that sometimes gets missed, which I don't think people always need to point out. He's making this person's making this much money, whatever you're getting paid, go out there and do your job, and that's what Wiggins did. So
Okay, so
nice little,
can I get
he got some threes in. Obviously, they helped, and they just they showed up.
Well, can I talk about Klay Thompson a little bit?
Only a little bit because we have so much to cover.
Right.
Okay.
Go ahead. What you got? The impersonator who
No.
made it on the floor to shoot around?
No.
All it takes is a hoodie and some height. How tall are you, Cheryl? You can get out there.
Klay Thompson, he's okay. He's trying to finagle his way back in because he was hurt for a little bit, a little while. But he gonna get traded. He ain't all that no more. Him and Steph don't even get along. So,
all right, rumor alert. All right, what else we got?
So we were going to talk about the distraction of Steph, the Currys.
Oh yeah,
Briefly, okay,
Wow.
briefly. I mean, that
I don't even
was
wanna
such
do
a great
this.
win. It was such a great win, and then it just, it completely got overshadowed by Dale and Sonia.
They ruin everything.
Yeah.
Loved it. Ruined everything.
I didn't see that. I didn't see it.
Well, let us
Like,
tell you.
Don't bring your new boyfriend, girlfriend to your kids' game, like messing stuff. It was just messy, and a little not inbreeding, incestuous. What is the problem?
That's the rumored part, right?
Whack. How about just whack?
That's the rumored part, right? That the new
People's exes.
Yeah. So real quick,
An episode of Wife Swap.
Yeah. Steph hits this, clutch. I'll call it clutch 3-point shot. Crowd's going wild. They pan to his dad. They pan to Dale. And what do we see here? Him celebrating and then putting the comforting celebratory arm around his date. Okay,
they're divorced though, right?
I don't know. But here's the thing.
Divorcing, but all the same as the little M2 May song, You, Me, and He, What We Gonna Do, Baby.
But I think that's the rumor. So, long story short, later after the game, we see the mama on the court, Sonia Curry, and she and Steph are doing their celebratory whatever, and there's a taller Caucasian gentleman a few steps behind her, And they're like, oh, okay, so she bought her date to the game too. Like, really? Okay. Anyway, so there's rumors. I don't know that they're true. It's rumored that Sonia's game date, and Dale's game date used to date.
Oh,
Each other too.
Yeah.
So it is very much like, okay, you go,
swingers.
yeah, yeah, do-si do your partner.
Yeah,
Anyway,
so it was,
Oh.
unfortunately it became, I mean, and I saw some good funnies about it, but it just kind of just took over that next day after such a big win, a much needed win. So, I'm
okay,
like,
let's move on to the next absolute fiasco.
okay.
I'm looking at you, Tracy, because we're going to talk about the Washington Commanders. What is, keep your mouth shut, Jack Del Rio? Like, what? Should everybody just get a jitterbug? No phones, no nothing. Like, what, Tracy? Help me.
Don't keep your mouth shut, because we need to know who's who. Oh, good. Open your mouth, take your hood off, pop out your bud. Sorry, no offense to my bud drinkers. It just gets worser and worser for the team. Long story short, the defensive coordinator for the Commanders, Jack Del Rio, referred to the January 6th insurrection at the Capitol at the Capitol Hill at Capitol Hill at the Capitol
At the Capitol.
as he referred to it as a dust up. He referred to it as a dust up and attempted to make a comparison of it to did he specifically say Black Lives Matter, but basically to the protests that had occurred, the previous summer, post George Floyd, and that was not correct. So he was fined by the team. He was fined $100,000, but he needs to go. I think he needs to go.
Yeah.
It's just there's just no place for it, and I know we make the point of 80% of the league or 80% of your team, maybe higher on our team is black, or I mean, doesn't matter what you were wrong. And of course there's the moonwalking, the backpedaling, the backtracking and retracting and striking of the statement. But no, you said what you said. And I just feel like once again, I'm like, whoa, coach. I mean, you beat cancer, and then you got a shiesty owner, you got a raggedy rename, and now you got an insurrectionist, an insurrectionist apologist for a defensive coordinator. So
was he at the Capitol? Was he there on the 6th of January?
He was rocking those insurrection shades. I don't know, Cheryl. I don't know.
Insurrection.
I don't know. But
he was insurrection adjacent if he was.
Yeah, exactly.
He was in the parking lot.
Right. So
but then so that only compounds looking at owner Dan Snyder, who won't testify at the June 22nd congressional hearing, but Roger Goodell will. Mm-hmm. And so now we're looking at this whole thing of saying, what's going on with the Commanders, the workplace culture, and there's this whole congressional investigation happening all around sexual misconduct, and all these people coming out the woodwork. And Goodell accepted the invitation to testify. Snyder's like, no comment, but I don't think he's going to be able to get away with it.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then speaking about not being able to get away with it, don't smile too hard, Cheryl, because what's happening in Cleveland town with Deshaun Watson?
Yes.
It's looking bleaker and bleaker.
Well,
who's your quarterback going to be?
Well, here's the situation.
I mean, you still have one, right?
Yes, we have
anywhere else.
We have one and a backup, but let me jump to the backup. So Baker Mayfield, the Panthers really want him, but they're kind of saying they don't really want to pay that 18 point whatever $1 million for him. So if they really want him because they need him, we're going to go ahead on. We may pay up some of that money, just to go ahead and get rid of Baker and help out Carolina, because that's what, the city of Cleveland does. We move a lot of our players to these other teams to help these other teams to bring them up. And when we do that, they win Super Bowls, they win, NBA championships, they win golf tournaments, all of that. So we have no problem in uplifting the Panthers. So that's what's going to happen with Baker Mayfield. But now Deshaun Watson, this he came out a couple days ago, basically stating that he's reiterating to the fact that he is innocent. And the Browns is going to stand behind their money, because we paid a lot of money, and I say we paid a lot of money for him. And it's just the fact that the Browns, we're getting a little, little negative feedback, because we put out so much money for him. But evidently we thought it was worth it, and he's going to be our quarterback, because we're looking at about a couple more weeks, and this thing is going to pretty much be over with. Yeah.
Okay, just don't let him go anywhere with any special towels, obviously, because
you probably need to go.
No. You just give him a Theragun, and but I think there's going to be more to come on that front. I can tell you who's not paying for Baker Mayfield or Deshaun Watson, and that's going to be Melody Hobson, who is amongst the ownership group who purchased the Denver Broncos. And they have a quarterback, as you know, Russell Wilson. So I think that's going to be exciting to see. And this is she's a partner in the ownership group led by Walmart heir Rob Walton. They bought that team for $4.65 billion.
Ooh.
And he'll be the majority owner, and she will be part of the minority owner group. So this is very exciting. She's also chair of the board for Starbucks. So the coffee at least will be better for the Broncos. We know that. So that is an interesting little piece of news and tidbit there.
Oh, well, y'all know LeBron James is talking about, buying a team in Las Vegas. Did y'all hear that?
So his son can come play with him, or?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Him and Shaq's son. And then
you just have a whole like daddy daycare team.
He did say he was interested. Yeah.
That's probably what it's going to be.
That would be cute. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're gonna cruise around a little bit, let's talk about the WNBA, because it's very exciting. There's been some shifts in the power rankings there for the WNBA. And speaking of Las Vegas, the Las Vegas Aces are at the top, and the New York Liberty is also on the rise. So you've got the Acres first. They're 11-2. Chicago Sky. I know Linda's excited about the Sky, and they're doing their thing. The Connecticut Sun. The Mystics are holding it down at number 4.
That is true. I was going to say that is my, my one, gleam of light.
They're 4. I thought there was 3.
You've got Seattle Storm. No, 3 is Connecticut Sun.
She's talking about overall. The Mystics are.
Okay. Overall. Okay.
Overall for the overall conference. Mm-hmm. I mean,
yeah. Connecticut Sun dropped to number 3.
Oh.
Seattle Storm is 5th, and then you got Phoenix Mercury at 6. Atlanta Dream at 7. New York Liberty at number 8. Like we said, they've rose out of the basement. There, Dallas Wings at 9. Los Angeles Sparks at 10. No mention of Cleveland. I'm sorry, Cheryl. Not in the top 10.
No, the Rockers. We don't have a team anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. You're gonna rebuild phase.
Because they went down from like 30 teams to 12, and for some reason Cleveland got cut, and the Rockers got cut, and I'm not sure why, but we're looking to bring them back though. Yeah, we're gonna bring them back.
Well, I don't know.
Good luck, though.
I have nothing to say about that. Um, so then the next thing that
Mhm.
that we've been looking at are some things with Tiger and Serena. Are they past their prime?
You know, does it depend on the sport or does it depend on the athlete?
Well, it's two different sports, but I mean, I feel like the GOAT piece in these individual sports indisputable.
Yeah.
Um, but Tiger, he's had to tap out and kind of say, and he do a little something else. We're getting go home, retire in the chat. There's some very strong feelings coming from
It's like she
the
made a
producer.
sign. I felt so bad for them real quick.
I don't know. I was really excited to see Tiger come back,
Yeah.
especially from a major injury, that serious accident, and to play with his son and see their mannerisms alike and things like that. But maybe
Mhm.
it's time to hand over the clubs, hand over the mantle. I've been taking some lessons, but
Okay.
I'm not ready to wear a red polo just yet. Not yet.
Right.
I have a purple one, but um,
You got on a
and then
spicy red bandana top.
Uh-oh.
and then Serena, is it time to step aside? There's some up and coming players, and you know, is it time to step aside? Is it time to play doubles?
Mm.
I, I feel this is just,
I don't think so.
my non-medical, non-athletic opinion. Serena did end up having to pull out of Wimbledon last year from, due to an injury, but an injury versus, oh, I had to pull out a tournament. I mean, that car accident Tiger had was rough. It was rough, and
Hmm.
the toll. Although they are both playing in a quote unquote individual sport, so it
Mhm.
is all on you. It's not like you have your other five uh, or four or five teammates or other 10 teammates on the field, whichever. So it is all on you. It's so it's just hard trying to compare. I'm like, oh, Serena, it just is a quick little injury. I'm like thinking she can get back out on Wimbledon, for Wimbledon just one more time. But the other thing is, I also don't want to. You like to see people retire on top and not like, well, Sonny, I had to, hang the club up. So it's kind of tough, but it just was so cool seeing people their reaction to seeing Tiger. I mean, from the people out
Yes.
there to my 96-year-old grandma, like, I mean, that is her guy. That is her guy. So, it's kind of tough. But I will say, if he's quote unquote back and decides that it's time to go, I don't think that makes him any less the GOAT. It does not take away from all he's accomplished. But, you want to see them walk out as opposed to being wheeled out. I'll say that.
Okay. So Kanisha, you be keeping me on time, with my answers. How
But
about
I'm
we
talking
say?
about. I'm actually on subject. I'm actually on topic. I'm on topic.
She stopped herself. She policed herself. And there's a comment again in the gallery saying Tom Brady needs to go too. We can make a little short list of people who need to
Right.
just go ahead and let it go.
Okay, well, I was gonna say that I think that Serena and Tiger, remember when Michael Jordan retired and then he came back and he should have just stayed gone, even though these two has yet to retire, but at some moment in time, you gotta know when to say, you know what, it's time to go because you ain't feeling it. And
Mm.
then move aside for them younger people to, move up. But if you stay there, I think you're blocking a spot for some talent, but at the same time I think that both of those individuals should go and open up some type of camps, you know what I mean, in their names, not saying that they have to be there, but make guest appearances. And I also think that they can make a lot of money based off of their names. And then like you said, Kanisha, they got kids who's playing. Why not coach them? Show them what you didn't learn when you were in the game. Because I'm sure little Olympia, she gonna be just as powerful as her mama Serena.
What's the baby's name?
Olympia.
Oh, okay.
Her daughter, Alicia.
Cheryl, there's shots fired in the comments because someone typed LeBron in all caps as you were
Okay. Oh,
talking
wait, wait.
about
Okay.
people
Well,
who
see,
need to just go ahead and
retire. Well, no, now I think that LeBron, being that he has reached the billionaire status, baby, it is time to move on. Go ahead on, let little Bronny and that other little the other little son. I don't know his name because he kind of quiet that one. Move aside for those guys to make their way and do something, go off and do something else. But yeah, I think it's about that time for LeBron to go ahead on and call it off as well. Brady, yeah, Tom Brady need to go ahead on and be a good daddy to Giselle. I mean, a good husband to Giselle, and focus on his children as well. Because I ain't saying age plays a part, but at some moment in time, you got to know when to go ahead on it and just move.
he
First
did
of all,
that. He
you know
did
what they
that,
say in
and
Tom Brady? He
he
is
did
being
that.
he
But
is being a good husband, okay?
yeah, he did that, and he's only willing to do that when school is back in. I think he was like,
He was like, this what y'all do? This what you like? Wait, this what you be doing every day? Oh, wait a minute, my phone ringing.
your mama let you eat what for breakfast? He was like,
Charles, I only can partially agree with you, but again, I think it depends on the sport. I could see you saying, "Oh, LeBron stepping aside so some folks can move," but because it's a team sport. But I don't think that for these other, some of the young ones. No, get your butt out there, and if you're gonna play, go beat her, go beat Serena. She's not in your way.
I think that takes away from her legacy. You know what I'm saying? Because she can get out there and that little Coco, her
off. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, she might get out there and just, put it on Serena. And then Serena gonna be walking off with that bag on her arm, talking about, twirling and stuff. Girl, gone. You done had your run, and she's had a good run. Go on, sit down. That's just what I think. Go on, sit down.
Is that your sit-show for the
Right. So is that a go on sit down? Is that for Tiger and Serena?
Yes, but guess who? Guess what? I do have a stand up for y'all. I don't know who y'all got, but I found me somebody today, baby. Ooh.
Just today.
Yep.
Okay, who's your stand up?
Okay, so on First Take, Stephen A. Smith and Mad Dog. Y'all know that the white dude, the old dude, kind of old, his jawbones kind of sticking out. So anyway, they was talking about their A-list, the best sports fan base cities, top 5. And
Pittsburgh Steelers.
No. So number 5 was Philadelphia. So Stephen A. and Mad Dog is the stand-up. So they said Philadelphia was number 5. Chi-Town was number 4. New York City was number 3. Detroit, number 2. And guess who reigned in at number 1?
Los Angeles.
Dallas.
Cleveland, baby. I know.
No, ma'am.
No, I'm going to show you because I knew y'all were going to say something. Y'all weren't going to believe me, so I had to, throw this thing out in the fact check moment. There it is. I got them. So y'all see them? That's what it is right there. I got them.
I mean, that was probably just for like one day.
Best sports fans.
This is who is who just doesn't know when to give up.
Oh, that was Mad Dog's list though.
You just had a whole conversation about people who need to give it up, and basically what they were saying was the Browns haven't won a playoff since 1994, but people still love them. Why is this news?
Well, because we are diehards, and above all, we support our city. Even when we went 1-17, 16, whatever it was, the football teams play, we won one game that year. We was out there every game like they were gonna do something. So that's why
these are just people who suffer long, whereas that's all that is people who are willing to suffer. Like you're going for sainthood, like the Falcons fans are some turncoats, people pretty much have abandoned the Texans now and nobody likes the Colts.
What about
so it's like, I don't know.
What about them Steelers?
We've won more than you have.
But y'all fans, y'all only got fans when y'all winning. Our
That
fans,
is not
No,
true.
no.
What are you talking
I
about?
didn't even make the
I was
list.
I was just parked next to a Steelers fan at the CVS yesterday morning. How do I know? Because their front seats had Steelers jerseys on them. Okay, so let's be clear. This is Northwest Washington D.C. It's a
No,
little ways. The Steelers fans. I'm
wait,
giving them credit where credit's due.
that was your Jeep with your son's jersey on his seat.
Not
You
me.
took a
Not
picture.
me. Not me.
You
No.
know, my subliminal inspiration is a football I have signed by Terry Bradshaw, and I put it in my younger son's office. You know, he's going in ninth grade, but he has an office,
Right.
and he doesn't know it, but that's his subliminal motivation in there, even though he's a Broncos fan.
Right.
So I feel like he suffered enough as a Broncos fan too. So, you know.
Yeah, that list was
I showed y'all number one. Where
That's
number
this
one?
is that this that's the stand up. I feel like for making that the stand up, Cheryl's the sit show.
right. Exactly.
Done.
Oh,
There we
God.
go. You
I can't.
agree?
I
You
can't
agree,
win for losing.
Casey?
But
You agree?
Oh yeah, sure.
those commandos need to be the stitcho.
You're right.
You
Well,
make the Commanders the sit show every week.
you talk about repeat wins.
Repeat
Geez,
offenders.
exactly. And look, literally. Oh my goodness.
I don't know what they could do. I mean, I don't think a move is going to help. Like moving out to Virginia, like they're acting like they're on witness protection. They're just going to leave in the dark of night.
Right. Witsec and Woodbridge. Like it's just I don't know. Like I said, I'm a fan of the sport because it's I don't know just a woman with no team right now. It's just kind of weird.
You can be a Steelers fan too.
Well,
We'll go be a Chicago fan.
no, I'm fine.
Hmm.
Just don't be a Cowboys fan.
That is the one consensus that we all can come to.
Well, I feel like on that note, we should just say, "Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be Cowboys."
There you go.
Oh, so this is not goodbye, but farewell till preseason.
Yeah, we might do some little pop ups, little shout outs, little post ups. I feel like we will need to come back and reflect on this NBA series,
Oh, true.
and
Good point.
so Cheryl can just be wrong and have time to atone publicly.
Yeah, that's a good point. We do need to come back once a champion is crowned.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be Boston. It's gonna stay in the East.
Okay.
Stay in the East. Okay.
It's gonna stay in the East. The championship's gonna stay in the East. And Thatch, your hair is so cute, and we know you cut it because of what's going on in with the Commanders.
It was an emotional decision. It was an emotional decision. Thank you. Thoughts and prayers.
Well, maybe the Commanders will cut their hair. Change your hair, change your life.
Maybe they're thinking change your location, change your record is going to happen, and it's not. It's not. It's kind of like, what did Miss Sealy tell Mister? Like, until you do right, ain't nothing good gonna come to you. So,
on that note, let's say prayers for Brittany Griner. Bring Brittany home.
Yes.
And it was nice to see Sha'Carri Richardson out there running again, winning. We need to get her a stylist stat. Get on top of that, Cheryl. You're a Fashion Nova, fashion lady. Right. Go ahead and drop her a line.
Yeah, we got to get her right because I don't know about that fishnet, that red fishnet she had on.
Fishnet.
Right. We probably didn't even know that song. We're aging ourselves.
I'm feeling very musical. We're the only three people that know it.
The Tonys just happened. Speaking of stand-ups, shout out to the Black people who won Tonys. It's 2022. It's a new year. It's a new day. I'm just saying.
Well, Jennifer Hudson did. Now she has all three. So that is pretty phenomenal.
Yes.
So, and then, Oh, the Tony winner for the Michael Jackson
Yes.
is from Bowie, Maryland, or a Bowie State student,
Yep.
Oh wow.
right here in the
Local,
DC
local,
area.
local kid.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know what that has to do with women loving sports too, but you know,
I know.
it's our show. We do what we want.
Exactly.
And
So
we will
wait,
continue.
did y'all hear about Jada Smith that she really didn't want to marry Will Smith?
You know
That
what?
was worse than talking about Sonya and Dale. Yeah. Oh wait,
We will be back.
I got something women related. Wait,
Okay. What you got? What you got?
Wait, 1 second.
Oh, off camera. This is like David Copperfield or something. Like
Put a wig on or
magic.
something?
I don't know.
Change it.
Look at this.
Just paper.
Wait, can you see? Wait, where's
Oh,
the paper?
stamp. Are they stamps?
Do I have? Can you see it? The blur.
Yes.
She said.
It's
Are
happening.
they stamps? Wait, move back a little.
Where do I hold them? Wait, let's get the blur off.
Look,
They're
we are
Title
10
IX.
minutes over. Can you?
They're Title IX.
I'm so glad you is on Thatch today. Ooh.
Is it a stamp? What is it?
Yes, they're Title
Some
IX.
Oh, Title IX stamps with swim caps. Wait, what else? What else is going on? I see
turbans.
and like the little Grecian crown from the Olympics. That's dope. Okay.
Just wanted to share something,
That's
women
beautiful.
stuff. So
I love it.
okay, I'm done now. I'm done.
I love it. Mail me one.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, all right,
Just
ladies.
forever stamps.
Right.
All right. Well, on that note, we love our fans forever.
Yes.
And in the future, making that connection to the little Grecian crowns for the Olympics, we will be doing a show from Athens.
Next year.
Don't touch nothing, Cheryl. When we get there, don't touch nothing.
I'm gonna bring my brown crayon.
Oh gosh.
Some glue, start putting stuff together. Anyway, we'll be doing a show from there. But before that, we'll be back with another sports view because we love sports too. And we love you, and you. Yes, we do. We'll see you later. Pew, pew, pew.